Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome, Donna. Long night, long evening. Been in meetings all night tonight, so hence why I am on a little later than normal, but we were participating in our recovery tonight, so trying to adjust my volume a little bit so I'm not blowing everybody's eardrums out. But yeah, we had a NA meeting we did online, and just got out of an Al-Anon meeting. Had a lot of recovery going on tonight. Good stuff. Hope everybody had a great day. I had a good day. It was kind of a busy day. It started off with chaos on my way to work, an accident, and sitting in traffic for 30 days. Or 30 days, yeah, 30 minutes. Um, Squad. And sorry for the echo in the background because Ding Dong has her volume turned up. But yeah, um, it was a crazy day at work. I got sidetracked. Yeah, sorry. That's what happens when you live in a studio apartment and somebody else is watching the live stream in the apartment, and then you get an echo effect. But that's okay. Life's showing up. Things things out of my control. Online meetings, Donna. Yes, I can. If you are a member of the Dayton Strong 101 community, you can send us a message on Messenger, or Addie will communicate with you during this live stream, and I'll get your information. And afterwards, just let us know what type of meeting you're looking for. Virtual Zoom meetings, I'm assuming. What fellowship, and I'll get them to you. Just give me an idea where you're at. I've even got a phone number for anyone interested that works in the United States. And you can text this phone number your zip code, and it will give you the meetings locally in the area that you are at, virtually and in person. So it's really cool. And this does it every day. So, like, if you text it tonight, it'll tell you what's going on. You text it tomorrow, it'll tell you what's going on tomorrow. It's really cool. So it's a good resource to have in your recovery toolbox. That's for sure. Little ill prepared tonight, but that's okay. Life showed up, and I'm just going with it. I went to Hazelton's website tonight. I've got a couple readings I'm gonna read and share about. Let me bring up the first one here. Here we go. Hazelton's, the language of letting go. That's their meditation for codependency. Um, Solving problems. Says, I ask that you might help work through all my problems to the glory and your honor. Prayer to your higher power. Many of us lived in situations where it wasn't okay to identify, have, or talk about our problems. Denial became a way of life, our way of dealing with our problems. And I relate to that because when I was brought up, I was brought up not to cry. I was brought up not to show my emotions. I'm a guy. I'm supposed to be strong. I'm not supposed to show my weaknesses. I'm not supposed to let people over my wall. Um, so I relate to that a lot. It says in recovery, many of us still fear problems. We may spend more time reacting to the problem than we do solving it. That's that choice of reacting or responding to any situation when life shows up, right? Because we miss the point, we miss the lesson, we miss the gift. Those problems are a part of life, and so are solutions. How many times have you guys heard me share to get into the solution when life shows up and get out of that mess, get out of that chaos that a lot of us were used to being in time and time again when life showed up? It was easier for me personally to put my drug of choice on life, no matter what my struggle was, whether it was pain, or it was just a sunny day and I didn't want to feel. The problem doesn't mean that life is negative or horrible. Says having problems doesn't mean a person is deficient. All people have. Says all people, we all have problems we have to work through, right? Says in recovery, says we learn to focus on solving our problems, focusing on the solution. First, we must make certain the problem is our own problem. Um, don't take on other people's bullshit. Keep the focus on yourself and your recovery. Because if it isn't, our problem is establishing boundaries, setting those healthy boundaries between somebody else's BS and our own. We have a lot to deal with. I have a lot to deal with. It's hard enough for me to deal with myself and my own recovery, nonetheless, trying to worry about someone else's BS or what they're trying to bring on me. Sometimes I have to set that healthy boundary and separate myself from that chaos. Says then we seek the best solution. We figure out what works for us, right? Says this may mean setting a goal, reaching out and asking for help, sharing with your sponsor, talking to people in the rooms of the 12-step program you may work. That therapeutic value of one person, one addict, one alcoholic helping another, and asking for help. It was hard for me to reach out and ask for help. Says gathering more information, taking on action, or just letting it go. Just simply letting it go. Not doing anything. I've said that many, many times. Sometimes that's the best solution for me. Is just not doing anything at all. Says recovery doesn't mean immunity or exemption to our problems. Even in recovery, life's going to show up and we're going to have, shit we got to deal with. It's just part of life. It says recovery means learning to face and solve problems, knowing that they will appear regularly. Life's going to show up, and we can trust our ability to solve those problems. Use those tools in our recovery toolbox. Says having problems doesn't mean that our higher power's picking on us. My higher power isn't going to put too much on my plate that I can't handle. Says some problems are just a part of life. Says in our own problems, they're ours to solve. It's our choice every day, whether we're going to sit in our own shit and soak in our misery, or we're going to get into the solution and do something about it and do the next right thing. Says, and we'll grow in necessary ways in that process, in your recovery process. Says, face and solve today's problems. Chase them like you used to chase your drug of choice, no matter what it was. Go after those problems. Get into the solution. Don't worry needlessly about tomorrow's problems. Those woulda, coulda, shouldas. We can't do anything about what happened yesterday. We can't do anything about what's going to happen 20 minutes from now. So let's try to focus on right now, the here and now, what's going on right now in front of our face. That we can take on. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't put too much on your plate. Says working through problems with the help of something greater than ourselves, a higher power, says means we're living and we're growing and we're reaping the benefits of recovery. Says God help me face and solve my problems today. Help me do my part and let the rest go. Just let it go. I can learn to be a problem solver. Get into the solution. That is being a problem solver, trying to figure out what works for you. Everyone's recovery looks different. Everyone's problem solving is going to look different. As long as you're trying and you're applying yourself daily and remaining vigilant in your recovery, that is what is important. The next one is called Each Day is a New Beginning. This is the meditation for women. Go to this one all the time. It's an amazing reading, and I relate to it almost every single day. Let me scroll back up here on my page. It says toleration is the greatest gift of the mind. Being able to tolerate what's going on, people especially, my Lord. It says facing conditions we would like to change, letting go of people we wish were different, control, again, character defect of mine I struggle with. Takes a lot of growth. It takes a lot of patience and tolerance. Dealing with other people, practicing those principles before personalities, especially in meetings for you 12-steppers out there. Sometimes that's easier said than done. Says we're so easily enticed into thinking we'd be happier only if he changed or only if she would change. If I had a better job. If the kids would just settle down and shut up and go to sleep. Yet we carry the seed of happiness within us every moment. Learning tolerance for all the conditions will nurture that seed. Embracing the moment, basically. Intolerance, impatience, depression, in fact, any negative attitude whatsoever is habit forming. So, if you stay negative Nancy all the time, you're going to that your aura is going to throw that off. You're going to be negative to other people around you. Uh, People aren't going to want to be around you. It's habit forming. And, that's that whole choice of sitting in your shit or getting into the solution that I talk about all the time. Um, Says bad habits must be replaced with new good habits. Those old thoughts and behaviors in recovery, we learn how to replace them with new, healthier habits, and replace them. Says we can develop a new behavior, one that pleases us, one that works for us, like smiling at every stranger in a checkout line. Um, we can repeat it in every line we go in. Just something simple is basically what it's saying. It becomes a habit and a good one. Just something as simple as saying good morning to a coworker or waving at somebody in traffic. Keep it simple. Don't overthink it. But try to do something like that and change your daily routine every day and do something positive. Says toleration in others opens many doors. Says, and for them and for us, it nurtures the soul, not only ours, but other people around you. When you're positive, usually you get a positive reaction back. If you're negative, and you're confrontational, that's usually what you get back. So, when we're happy and we have that attitude of gratitude daily, um, you usually get that in return from other people that are around you. Not always, but pretty close to it. Says those of us sharing these steps are truly blessed. Those that work steps are truly blessed. We're learning about how to love, how to give it, not only how to give it, guys, but how to receive it. I'm still learning how to love myself again. I spent 20 plus years of my life in active addiction and I beat myself up. I kicked my own ass for years. So I'm learning my likes and dislikes still. I'm still learning how to love myself again. These are things that I'm still learning myself. Says these are so many eyes I'll look into today that don't know love. There's many people that I personally see daily, especially at the work where I work at, guys that are struggling with addiction and alcohol and mental health struggles, just like myself, um, that are lost, that are hopeless. You can see that they're just the feeling of unloved and uncared for. Because I was there. It's that relatable experience. I relate to these guys day in and day out, every single day of my life. That's why I share all the time that lived experience is a powerful, powerful tool. That relatable experience. I will give some of that away today. I'll give away some of my love, and I do this day in and day out. I remain vigilant with unconditional tolerance. It's a gift, guys. Your lived experience, that unconditional love that we all possess within ourselves, each and every one of us have it, is a true gift. It's a blessing of recovery. Sharing your experience, strength, and hope, your stories, that lived experience is a gigantic gift of recovery. And people need to hear it. That's why I share all the time. Recover out loud, guys. Recover out loud and share your story. You just never know who may need to hear your story today. You never know what anyone's going through, what their struggles are, what's going on in their head at any given moment. And you sharing your experience, strength, and hope may get somebody through another minute. It may get them through another day. It may get them through another week, just simply by you saying something and recovering out loud. And that's a huge gift, guys. That's a gigantic gift. And it's not only a gift for myself, but it's a gift to other people. It really is. That's why I stress that all the time. Recovering out loud is very important. Sharing your story is very important. Yes, my program, Recovery Network, and my family, I love you, my friend across the pond in Holland. That's the beauty of live streaming. That's the beauty of the internet. That's the beauty of COVID. It's brought us all together. It's made this possible for people worldwide to share their experience, strength, and hope. Not only live streaming, but in Zoom meetings around the world. It's a beautiful thing. There's no excuse today not to be in a meeting if you need to be in a meeting because they literally run 24 hours a day, guys. It's an amazing thing. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being in here tonight. I apologize for being on so late, especially for my friends across the pond because it's super late for you guys. But I appreciate you taking the time out and spending it with us tonight. I love each and every one of you guys. There's my sponsor. I love you too. You're going to be getting a phone call here as I smash this baked potato that I'm getting ready to reheat. I haven't even ate dinner yet. It's been a long night, guys. I'm tired. Say a prayer for Addie and I. We're still apartment hunting. We're letting go and letting our higher power guide us in our apartment hunting. So far, we haven't found anything yet, but that's okay. Friday night, we're still a go. I've talked with Zach today. So Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, Zach R. from California will be on, sharing his experience, strength, and hope, guys. You're not going to want to miss that. If you've seen the flyers on the Dayton Strong Recovery 101 site, it's going to be uncut, unfiltered. It's going to be an amazing story. It's going to be a fun night of recovery. So if you guys happen to be home Friday night at 8 o'clock, tune in. We'd love to have you. I love you guys. I hope you all have a good night. Stay vigilant, stay positive, and participate in your recovery. I love you guys. We'll catch you later.